I am taking a look at a video from Judge Ross. If I remember correctly, seems to me to be a bunch of bullshit. I believe they are all actors in there, and they are just reenacting some things that happen in a courtroom as far as like a court case. And then they're like, okay, well, let's go ahead and write a script based on what is put into the docket or into the proceedings. I watched a few of them and I'm like, wait, why does everybody look attractive? Number one. Number two, why are these cases so far-fetched? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I watched one case, if it's Judge Ross, where the dude actually went on TV. This is a TV court show, allegedly hired a hooker. And so he sued her. He was like, no, I wanted to get hooked on. And she didn't hook me. She just held my hand and I wanted to get hooked. And so now I'm suing her because she didn't provide the services that she promised. And this made it all the way to TV. So let's go ahead and rock this Judge Ross. Every court show that I saw, allegedly, it is fake in the show. I've never seen anybody that doesn't come into that place perfect. Everybody is attractive. There isn't anybody who is ugly.
Owens, you're suing Miss Hazel. You want $5,000 because situation didn't go quite as planned with her wedding.
We look at everybody in the audience, man. Not a single person is unattractive.
Your Honor, I'm a classy businesswoman. Miss Hazel, on the other hand, leaves a lot to be desired.
You're suing this person for defaming you for leaving bad comments online. Then you go on TV and the first thing you say is, I'm classy and she's a hood rat. Like, what is wrong with you?
She was provided with a gown for her wedding that cost over $6,000, and she expects to give back nothing in return.
What are you talking about? What was the contract?
Well, wait a minute. You gave her a gown valued at over $6,000 because?
There you go.
The competition asked people to send in their story as to why they deserve the gown.
All right, and so, you participated in this?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
So what was your story that caused you to win?
Well, you see, my husband, he has been on vacation, if you will.
He's incarcerated. He's been on a mandated vacation by the courts.
Why do you say vacation? Why don't you just say he spent time in custody?
I mean, because it's
not truthful. She doesn't like to tell the truth.
How about you stop interrupting?
Proud of, Your Honor. It's not something we want to celebrate, but we did want to celebrate
what you did to my dress. I'm not proud of that either.
Let her talk. Let him talk. He asked her a question.
When it comes down to her dress, I won that contest fair and square.
Yes, she did.
So what was it about your story? What did you say?
Said my husband was on vacation.
Well, my husband, he was away. I was pregnant with his child at the time.
What was it that he had done in terms of this crime?
Well,
why does that matter?
A thief, you know, in his younger years, and it just caught up to him.
Arson, Your Honor.
Stop interrupting. Shut
arson
up.
As well. You read the story, and were you the person that selected her?
Yes, Your Honor.
There you go.
So there was something about the fact that she was pregnant and he was in jail for thievery and arson.
Well, Your Honor,
arson, thievery and arson.
So what was that?
Arvery.
What's to me about the story is that it was found that he was falsely charged. And I thought...
Well, okay, now stop. Well, then that's a whole different thing.
Right,
but
exactly.
he has committed other crimes. He does committed thievery.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Shame the devil, tell the truth.
You just said it yourself.
Stop cutting people off.
He only hit a couple licks.
He only hit a couple licks, Your Honor. So according to Urban Dictionary, to hit a lick means that you are going to or have already gained money or something worth money or value, most likely illegally or stealing. So if I'm understanding you, Miss Defendant, if I'm understanding this correctly, you are saying that he only stole a couple times. Is that what you're saying? Hit a couple licks. He only stole, did some illegal way of coming up a couple times. He either only robbed somebody a couple times. He only either pickpocketed somebody a couple times. He only, that's the key word. He only did this a couple times. So thank you for the clarification. The person that only hits a couple licks, they don't deserve to be in jail.
He worked at this local gas station in our community. And his boss was trying to fire him for being late a couple times.
Is it Craig from Friday? You got fired on your day off for stealing boxes?
What the f*** you doing stealing boxes for?
She's a lie.
What is she lying about?
I don't have a reason
because
to lie.
I never said that.
I gave you a $6,000 dress. I don't have a reason to lie. You came up. I didn't come up.
$6,000 dress.
I didn't come up at all with your...
me anything.
Okay.
I
there you go.
My story and you liked it.
There you go. There you go. That's true. It's similar to winning the Powerball, right? The state of Florida doesn't come back to you like, hey,
you owe me some stuff because I gave you all this Powerball money. So you owe me something. You owe me a Facebook post, or you need to throw me up on TikTok, or you need to do something. I'm the state of Florida, and I just gave you $13 million. I gave that to you.
No, state of Florida, you didn't give me anything. I won this money fair and square. I picked the numbers, and you liked those numbers. And so now, I don't want to hear any of your mouth. I got that fair and square.
Right? Pretty much the same thing. If you're a winner, you're a winner. It is what it is.
Excuse me, Mrs. Ratchet.
Hazel.
Ooh, she just called her Mrs. Ratchet.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Not me.
He's laughing though. Judge is laughing.
I was thinking you were going to say Hazel.
Yeah.
Ma'am. Wait. I didn't
Oh.
Take it there.
Please
I
believe
will.
you are.
Please believe.
I'm sorry.
Sheila.
I still have
I didn't
Hold
have
it.
her attacking my character. Like
Exactly. You
not
can't be
ghetto.
doing that.
I'm sorry.
Kind of is.
I'm
Kind of is
sorry.
right now.
Professional, but
Focus on what I'm saying.
she insulted me.
You're
so
talking.
I'm so sorry.
You know, again, I'm not saying that she's ratchet, but in my dealings with humans over my lifespan, anybody, when they are corrected by somebody of authority that they know they can't really clap back, one of the things that they do is they go like this. And I say that because I saw this sometime. I can't remember where I saw this. Can't remember where I saw that.
You said we don't get down. Who's we? You were talking about something.
I'm sorry. That was just my alter ego. Sometimes I get a little, flustered.
Oh,
and
you were
she
saying we
attacked
don't
me
get down
verbally.
like that. Who's we that you're referring to?
Well,
her and her other personalities. Keep it real. You have
She
many
is giving her
that
the
I have to
death
deal with.
stare. Boy, she's giving her that Highlander, I'm a you stare. What? That is crazy. Look at that stare. And this is why I'm pretty sure, because even Judge Mathis, he lets it go a little bit, but he doesn't let this poop get out of control. We're 5 minutes in and they're just coming in on each other. You don't let that fly, man. And so that's why I keep saying that this is a scripted show. It's not really a true court show. Didn't say it already, but this is fair use.
I wanted to include my daughter into my wedding. My daughter was
What's the problem with that?
7 months old by the time it was time for me to get married.
Okay,
I really
and?
wanted her to be a part of my wedding. She wasn't old enough or big enough to walk yet to be my flower
okay, so
girl.
what's the problem?
So I'm a very religious woman, and
really?
I asked God to just give me a vision of how I can include my daughter on this special day.
Please don't.
And so because you're a very religious woman, you marry a guy that hits a couple licks and you have these alter egos that give the death stare and we don't. So which one of your alter egos is the religious person? And because of that, we got a vision in how your daughter's going to be incorporated, which she's allowed to incorporate. It doesn't say, again, we need to see this contract. And this other lady keeps on interrupting. It's like, if you don't shut up, you're going to be kicked out of the courtroom. That's what he should be saying.
Please don't blame that on God, what
I'm
you
not
did.
Ms.
blaming.
Govins,
Thank you.
I'm not going to tell you again.
Thank
God
you.
gave me this vision in my dream. It was a very, very, very vivid, clear vision in my dream on how I could include my daughter. So the dream included my beautiful gown that Ms. Govins created for me.
Yes.
And me including a pocket on the train so my daughter could safely sit in it and I could actually pull her with me as we're going together in this commitment journey with my husband.
So you had a dream of a kangaroo dress?
Are you telling me that you attached the baby to the train of the dress?
Yes, Your Honor. She was very safe.
She was safe and secure because you could see that. You good back there? You all right? You good? Okay, I'm going to keep on walking. Hopefully you don't fall out the back there while I'm walking forward, not paying attention to you because I'm looking at my future husband as I walk down the aisle. But now I got to, you okay? You good? Okay. You good? Yep. One step. You good? You good? 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 One step. Stupid as.
She was awake.
Oh, wait. She was awake. So it makes it all better.
Part of the agreement was that I would be able to get good publicity from her feel-good
got great
story,
publicity.
plus images People want to see the front,
Okay,
back,
so
and
that
side
was-
of a wedding
They
dress.
saw it.
Women don't choose a wedding dress based just on the front image. They like to see all
The whole
around
Okay.
the dress. If the back doesn't look right, they won't buy it.
Okay, but does the contract say
having
you
this
can't alter
baby
it?
Attached. Once she altered the
My
dress,
baby is beautiful.
once she altered the dress and put this contraption that made a mockery out of my design, it was no longer my design. So I can't use those images or her story. So I've basically given $6,000 away.
Well, I mean, does your contract doesn't say that?
Your Honor, I have pictures.
Let me
Yeah, let's see the pictures. Come on, let's see these photos. Let's see these
5
photos.
feet, just like me.
5 feet, just like me. 5 feet,
So I
just like
have her
me.
near the middle towards me so it could be more secure because
It's a joke.
I'm like bottom heavy a little bit.
It's a complete
Bottom
joke.
heavy. What do you mean bottom heavy?
Joke.
Yes, thank you.
It's a
So
beautiful
you actually put the baby at the bottom of the train.
Who does that?
I guess she does that.
Your Honor, first
It was
that
it's really
is
nice.
completely
I
unsafe.
got so many followers
But
on
the-
Instagram after that. People were tweeting me
Your
for
Honor-
my design. I got
My
so
design?
much publicity. So much.
Your Honor, the
I just
publicity
think that
was
she needs to be.
This is all, I'm sorry, I still believe this is fake.
sure.
You put the dress with the baby on your Instagram,
All of it. I'm very proud
It's
of
an
my
embarrassment,
creation.
Your Honor.
My beautiful daughter on my beautiful dress. On my
and you had
beautiful,
already
wonderful
planned on
day.
having people
Of
photograph
Yeah, that was
this.
part of the agreement.
So they
We
were already there.
We had local press there. We had people to write story, to interview her after, to take
I
pictures.
held my part of the
So what you
agreement.
thought
Yeah,
was
well-
going to be very positive became more
Put it in the agreement. You can't
Exactly.
you can't
And
alter
you
the
should
dress.
see
If you didn't say it,
the
then it doesn't
media,
matter.
What they were saying on Twitter and things like that. Ratchet couture.
Bah.
Jesus, take the wheel.
She did that.
It was.
Like,
I mean, you laugh, but I mean, I am trying to run a business, so I don't find that funny. You know, when I put out over it cost me thousands in materials. The dress itself is valued over $6,000.
But you,
Plus,
who put that
I-
value on there, though? Who put that value? That's a value you made up.
Yes, Your Honor, it's up there in front of you.
she don't have proof of that. Like, I don't understand why she's so jealous.
Stop.
Wait,
Oh
are
my
these some
God.
of the comments you're saying that people? Oh, and they
Yes.
used your
Yes.
handle.
Yes.
And can you
So
say?
now my company is a joke. I'm here trying to expand my line, and it's being brought down. Like, if I'd known that it would have
Her
gone this way.
But
I
it's
just
your
would've
fault.
chosen
We get a better
to-
contract.
So
Your
the
fault.
people on
Your
the
fault.
social
Your
media
fault.
site, I mean, they are brutal.
Haters are gonna hate.
Yes.
But,
But
in the day,
Hold on a moment. I didn't finish the point.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
here we
I'm
go.
sorry. Go ahead, sir.
Let's go. Yeah, I know he's gonna decide
Can
whether to
you
defend
say
it.
rug burn?
Hello.
No.
Kill the designer and fire the
Thank
stylist.
you.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hello,
Thank you.
hello. What do you mean so what?
And in love.
That's
Oh.
helping my business.
They mad. They mad. You
Yeah.
gonna have
Stop
haters, girl.
talking.
I'm trying to
Everybody
let
be
you know.
quiet.
That's just
Everybody
the beginning.
shh.
Why is it
My
you
fault.
said you were a
My
woman
fault.
of faith, and that God spoke to you. In
He
this way.
did in my dream.
And so
Mm.
when you started seeing all these negative responses, what did you think?
I mean, there's going to be some people who don't understand your vision. You're not supposed to understand my vision, Your Honor. But at the end of the day, it was my wedding. It
Your
was
Honor.
a gift from her.
Here's
I
the
won a
problem
contest.
that I have, though.
Fair and
What's the
square.
problem?
Line
You
is-
have a situation
Come on, dude.
where you're in an agreement with someone
What does the agreement say?
about how this is going to be promoted.
How?
Right.
Okay,
Why didn't you let Ms. Govins know?
that's a good point.
Well, we had already finished our business. She done so
no,
much
you
for
hadn't
me.
finished the business
No.
because the
I mean,
business.
as far
Listen to
as-
what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
Oh,
The business was not just you getting the dress. The business was you then
Hmm.
showcasing the dress
Right.
so she could take all of that.
that is an interesting point. I might have to eat a little bit of crow, and maybe because there is an understanding that we're going to be using this to publicize my creation. So you won this, and at the wedding, we're going to do this and this. And so because of that, when I give you this dress, you don't get to make any alterations to it. So it does make some sense to me. I am not only gifting you this dress, but I am going to be spending this money to promote, and I expect it to be presented as it was given. And you understood that we were going to use this to market. You are not marketing what I gave you. So that makes sense.
And turn it into more business.
Right.
So if you do something to alter her plans and you don't give her the common courtesy of letting her know that,
I wanted.
you're so busy
You
talking,
want it what?
you're not
Yeah,
listening.
exactly.
I'm listening.
You're
No,
not
you're
listening.
not.
I am, sir.
And you are completely clueless
Yep.
about how that would leave her feeling. And yet you claim to be this woman of faith.
That's a good
I
point. too.
am.
Well, how?
So
That's
your
what we-
faith and what you're saying is
Don't mix.
inconsistent.
Exactly.
How?
Because you're not taking into account the other person's perspective that got you to the wedding in the gown that you look so fabulous in.
Do unto others.
Oh,
There
stop
was
talking.
nothing in the contract that said I could not alter my dress
That's what I
and
was
include
gonna
my
say.
baby.
Your Honor,
me
she-
me
Stop.
including my baby.
Stop.
was the only
Okay, you
intention
know what?
behind that.
I'm saying stop. You see me saying stop. You keep talking.
Yep.
And when you keep talking, when I say stop, you know what you're saying? Scream, Judge.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
You just keep
I
talking.
would
You're still
never say
talking.
that.
You talking now.
See?
I'll say something else.
Uh-oh. It's never going to end well for you if the judge does this. And it's going to end even worse for you if the judge does that and you do this. That simple gesture can be considered contempt of court.
Did you sign a contract with her?
She entered online and the contract wasn't in line. You have to click that you agree to.
You have a copy of that?
I don't
No.
have that with me.
Oh my God, are you serious?
You're out. She's out.
She's out?
Oh,
Let's go, man.
and she's still
Judge
pulling
says
the
you're
arm.
done. Let's go.
You gotta go. You better roll.
The gavel is going to come down in favor of the defendant. She said one thing. The contract didn't say she couldn't alter the
It
dress.
did, Your Honor.
I don't have proof of that.
Why did you?
You are absolutely right. And having said that, your matter's dismissed. Case closed.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that crow and I'm gonna throw that shrimp up because I ate crow for no reason. I was right the first time. Contract didn't say anything. And please, any vendors out there that are listening and watching me, first, thank you. Appreciate that. Second, be tight enough with the company that you don't have to sue somebody. Third, if you have to sue somebody and your day in court comes, please
Bring the contract.
If you have emails, bring the emails. If you have text messages, bring the text messages. Bring the phone. Typically in small claims, you won't be able to use the phone, but bring printouts of those text messages. Bring whatever that you did together, all of that. Typically in circuit court, that would be called discovery. All of your discovery, everything, bring it to the court. Judge Ross, he kicked Hazel out. Typically, if you get kicked out of court, the next step is you lose your case. Two reasons. First, because the judge doesn't like you. Second, because you're not there to answer any questions. And it's your fault because he gave you the opportunity to stay there, but you wanted to run your mouth. You wanted to do something to get kicked out. Well, you kicked out. Now I want to ask you a question. Oh, you're not there. So only thing I can do is assume what I assume. He did all that. He kicked her out. And you still lost because, yeah, Your Honor, you know what I didn't do? I didn't bring the one thing that would prove that she wasn't allowed to alter the dress, which, let me think, what is that thing called? A contract. You didn't bring the contract. The one thing that is the meeting of the minds, the offer and acceptance. I've said it many times. It's not like this was a surprise. It wasn't like, oh man, I'm going to work. And then you get a phone call. Hello. What? I need to go to court right now? Okay, I'll be right there. And you run to court. No, this is TV court. TV court is even longer of a process. So what typically happens is one of two things. One, you call up the hotline. Hey, Judge Ross, I got this ratchet girl that altered my dress and put her baby in the back.
She did what?
Yeah, she put a baby in the back of my dress and altered it. That wasn't part of the contract.
Ooh, we're gonna put you on the show
Okay, when?
in 6 months.
Okay, cool. Click. And then you're good to go. 6 months later, you have your TV show. Or the other process is that you file your case in small claims courts. Then you serve that defendant. You get a process server or sheriff or whatever. They knock on the door. Open up. You've been served. Or they disguise as a pizza man. Hey, are you Hazel, the ratchet baby kangaroo dress girl?
And she's like, hi, I am Hazel, the ratchet kangaroo dress girl.
Well, here's your pizza.
I didn't order pizza.
Oh, you're right. You've been served. And from the time you file until the case actually happens, then typically one of those court shows will reach out to you. So what'll happen is you'll get a phone call from Judge Ross and it'll be like, bring.
Hello.
Hi, is this the ratchet kangaroo dress girl?
Yes, it is. I am the ratchet kangaroo dress girl. How may I assist you?
Well, I'm with Judge Ross and I would like for you to come on our court show. And if you win, then you get all the money. But if you lose, then you have to pay a percentage of that money. So it's not the full amount. So woohoo, it's a win-win for you, ratchet kangaroo dress lady.
Huh, that's not a bad idea. Let's go on Judge Ross because I'm a spiritual person and I want to be on TV.
Great. We will set this for 6 months from now. And then you hang up the phone, click, then you have your date. So you have plenty of time.
Hopefully.
You check out some more of my videos. I got my playlist and I'm going to put bam right there. I've got the other video that I think you'll like right here. My name is Damon with Complete Media. I appreciate you rocking with me. I'm out.